Hello, my name is Jeremy Johnson. My screencast is on William Shockley, and it's pretty much I picked him because he was more so the founder and the innovator for the transistor. Even though most will look at Robert Noyce as the one who perfected this technology, William Shockley pretty much, he ushered in the newbies that took everything over, which, if you ask me, is pretty profound for him to come out and venture out to Silicon Valley and be one of the first people to really bring out business out there and make the whole Silicon Valley movement. Um, the moment I saw the video from week one, I was pretty much inspired. Even though I think it was the Big Six or Robert Noyce and his crew took over and they wound up, creating their own business venture, they they were not the originators of it. And sometimes when people get power, like William Shockley did, they tend to let it go to his head, and unfortunately, that's what happened with him. He had faith in his invention so much that he packed up everything, went out to Silicon Valley with his family, even though he was looked at as the innovator. Uh, it was still a big risk to leave Bell Labs and do what he did. He took the chance to build something great in a time where most, would have just stayed with Bell Labs. And in all actuality, Robert Noyce and his crew, they kind of took a page from his book because most were expecting Robert Noyce to stay there in the beginning. Due to the fact he simply couldn't miniaturize the technology and stuck on the whole vacuum tubes thing, and which is kind of sad. He should have just went ahead, Robert Noyce and his young go getters, and just stuck with that technology. The need for more powerful computers and smaller size powering platforms for the jets and the supercomputers, which were way too large at the time, were pretty much what made his downfall and his big crew leaving. The Silicon Valley movement was the social change that influenced him to push his transistors forward even further. It's easy to say that the invention of the light bulb by Alexander Graham Bell helped influence William Shockley and the transistor. Let me further explain. First came electricity, then came the light bulb, later the vacuum tube, which was pre-transistor, and then the transistor. Robert Noyce was directly influenced by by William Shockley, even though he would later depart from Shockley's team. The idea of the transistor that he would later perfect was fathered by his former employer, William Shockley. So I don't think that even though I want to say I wish maybe if he hadn't gotten that Nobel Peace Prize, he probably wouldn't let everything go to his head and lost his young innovators and gave them the chance. He probably would have been uh, a little bit more profound of a figure, and he could have stamped his name on the miniaturized transistors that they later perfected. So that's my screencast, and I hope you enjoy it.